if it's not now, then when is it? I think the time is now. It has to be now. There's no other way. I think once we get into our heads that our whole future relies on the present moment, it relies on the actions we take now, the thoughts that we're creating for ourselves, and the actions that we put into place right now. It depends on our whole future, the way we want to live, the way our lives want to be, and everything that you could ever imagine that you would want for yourselves is possible. Like, it's way more than possible. It just takes that mindset shift. I think that's the most important thing. It's like, how are we thinking? How are we thinking on a daily basis? Have you ever kind of like done a favor for yourself, and a couple days later you've benefited from that favor that you've made? And sometimes what I've actually started to do when like things like this happen is I'll say, I give thanks to my past self, because at the time I knew that my future self would appreciate the thing that I'd done, because obviously it's affected the future. So everything that we do now has such a huge effect on the future. Sometimes it can be hard when we want to get into a new stage in life, and we're having to let go of certain things that are holding us back, let go of what's in the way, even if that's letting go of certain things from the past to be able to create a new present. And I didn't say future on purpose, because I feel like when we put the word future in, we don't want to be thinking all the time about the future and thinking all the time about the past. But it's like right now we can make certain decisions that is going to affect that future. Sometimes we beat our past selves up a lot of the time, like, why did I do this, why did I do that? And I feel like if I could go back to that 10-year-old version of myself right now and tell her about everything that I've been doing, everything I've done, everything that I'm doing, she'll be so happy. So why would we beat up that past version of ourselves that probably wasn't thinking aligned in the way we want to think now? We don't want to beat that version of us up, because think about how proud they would be of you right now, you know what I mean? Or how proud they will be of you for doing the things that you are about to do, or doing the things that you are doing. It's important that we embrace each stage, but remember that the present moment right now is all that matters. Like that one little shift in your mindset on the way you think of certain things, or just making sure a certain thought is there strictly in your head, could change your whole life. Sometimes people don't realize that it's just on the tip of our brains, and all we gotta do is change the way we're thinking, or think a certain thing, think something you don't usually think. Allow yourself to actually do this. When we want to create new ways, create change, sometimes we have to get rid of certain habits and get rid of things that might be in the way, things that we know aren't benefiting us in any way. Sometimes there's certain things that we need to let go of to create the life, to create this abundant future that we are looking at for ourselves. It can be hard, like when we're so comfortable in certain spaces, certain ways of living, it can be hard to just say, I'm gonna drop it and I'm done. I'm done being in those ways, those comfortable ways that I can't get myself out of. It can be easy to just be stuck. Sometimes we don't even realize it sometimes, but you know your habits, and the things you keep running back to, you don't want to go back to. Sometimes it can be hard, but sometimes you just gotta put that discipline in place and get working. And sometimes it's not about actually just removing that fully from your life. It's like, what can you put into your life now that can replace that? There's so much options, so many ways we can go around treating ourselves and filling the space. It's not always about removing, it's about removing, but then what can we fill the space back up with? That's important, because you're creating room. We have to create room, and room for new experiences, new opportunities. Comfort zone, man, you gotta think about that. I've been in my comfort zone a lot, And I just have to say to myself, this place is not gonna get me where I need to get to. You know, some of the best soldiers are fighting in war, and they have to get up every day, do very heavy training, you get me? And a lot of us just get to chill. But there's places we want to get to, and we're not getting there because we're not getting up in the morning. We're not training ourselves. We're not putting ourselves into uncomfortable situations to be able to actually do the things we want to do. This is something that I'm really, really big on. I think that, you know, a lot of people sit there like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. There's nothing there for me. And, you know, there's so many opportunities, like so many things to choose from. And people don't realize it. You know, we have social media, we have online, we have billions and millions of people on their phones every day that are just looking for people, or looking for maybe a product you might be able to offer. There's so many opportunities, and all it takes is literally just making a move. Like, I don't think you have to be able to go to school and, you know, obviously I'm not encouraging no one to not do that. I'm just saying that I don't think some things that society puts in place is the most important thing for certain people. Everyone has a different life, and I think there's an opportunity for everyone, no matter what background you come from or what training you've went through. I think there's a space for learning wherever you are. There's a space for embracing new opportunities because they're just all around us. There's just so many that we can pick up. Sometimes it's about opening our minds to just taking that step. For example, I created this YouTube channel because I was like, it's an opportunity. I have the opportunity to create a YouTube channel. I have the opportunity to create videos. You know, I have a phone. I can record myself in it. Like, that's what I'm doing because I love doing this. I love to make music too. I'll make music. I can pick up a piece of paper and write a song. I can pick up a piece of paper and draw a picture. There's just opportunities and opportunities. Someone might want to buy that picture. It just goes on and on and on and on. And I think everybody knows something they like to do. You know, there's something you can always make out of things you enjoy doing. The more we let go of ourselves and create more space for the new, it just opens the door to find yourself even further. A lot of us think we've already found ourselves, but nah, man. As soon as you let go and open that new door and pathway to see what you actually want to see, yeah, man, and let go, you'll see yourself more, a lot more. See the person you becoming, the person you are truly meant to be. Just have a think about it, and I'm thinking about it. I always do. Think about, like, what do I need to let go of now? And how will I be benefited by letting go of this thing? What can I replace this habit with? Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed my video. And if you found value in it, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to be releasing every week, every single week, more content like this. I'm all about talking about these experiences, personal growth and development. I think it's important that we have this community so we can speak and share a common mind. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again in my next video, and have a beautiful day. Bye bye.